Quick. We want them to think it's a different day, right?
Hey guys, it's a different day.
Yeah, totally different. Forget we wore the same outfits.
Hello, 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 and welcome to a different day of Jen Hannigan's.
She's Jen, I'm Hannah. We are two best friends that have been doing the weight loss thing for over 3.5 years. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're new here, go watch the last video.
Yeah,
that
this is a
posted
part 2.
yesterday. This is a part 2.
It's good though. Anyway, even if you haven't watched the first one, it's a good one.
It is.
It's good.
But
You'll be all
the
right.
first one is...
You'll catch up.
It will make more sense. Anyway, it's a thing. If you don't know this, it's a thing that she's always doing her hair, and now I'm trying to too.
And we pretend like it's a different day when it's not.
No, because we have to film all at the same time.
So we're filming part 2 right now.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
leaving my hair like that because that looks better.
You look cute. What the heck is wrong with you?
So the last video was how to be what did we title that we haven't
How to be a
titled
good
yet?
buddy.
Yeah, how to be a good buddy. How to
Like
be a good
accountability
weightless partner.
partner, that kind of thing.
So
Got to throw that word in there.
she loves that word,
It's a great
accountability. Oh man. Okay, so this video relates a lot to our life currently.
It's how the buddy system fails you.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun. Oh man, you are a mess, and so am I. So this is how all those things that you can do to be a good accountability partner and a good weight loss buddy, how it can fail you mostly when you rely on it too much.
There you go.
Spoiler. Okay, so
we're gonna work in reverse of what we did last time,
Joy, you're gonna make it difficult,
aren't we? No,
if we can remember what order we did.
No, I
it
do
in.
remember. So we had 5 ways to be a good accountability partner, and why our accountability worked so well for us then because of those 5 things. Okay, well, we're also going to talk about today. We're going to talk about why those things failed us eventually.
Yeah. So, as a reminder, 3.5 years. We've been doing this for 3.5 years. Over 3.5 years.
We've been at this for a while.
It's been a while. So some things that worked in the beginning are bound to not continue to work. Some things still work if we do them.
Our first thing that we did well was that we exercised together.
I thought you were going to do reverse order.
No, I meant like reverse, like we talk about the negative.
You're going to flip. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't the right terminology.
No, we're not doing this. We're going in the same order in the last video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about how those things that were so good for us.
Jeez.
My nose is really itching and it's annoying.
Here, use my pen.
No.
The first one is that we
talk about the breakdown in those systems.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do.
Breakdown of the system. Ooh, that's good.
If
when the buddy system fails you, the breakdown of the system.
If you end up marking on me, we're gonna have a problem. We're not gonna be friends anymore.
First thing that we did was we exercised together,
which was great.
It worked out really well. We would not have gotten to the point that we did. She's lost 160. I've lost 80. In case you're new here, we would not have gotten to the point that we did if we had not done that then.
Yeah.
And that worked out really well.
It did.
But there came a point in our lives where if you've kept up with us at all, we've had a lot go on in the last year, where she had things going on and I had things going on, and so when I was able to exercise, she was not. When she was able to exercise, I was not, and so the habits start breaking down a little bit because we're not able to be doing those things together. So we're just like, it's a lot easier to not do those things.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself.
And let's be real here. 3.5 years. We've been through a lot in 3.5 years.
Oh yeah.
But
all the things. Like we've literally been through all the things.
Oh man, you're telling me. Actually you're telling them because I already know. If she was going through a hard time, I wasn't. So that's when we should have put that in how to be a good buddy, because when she was going through a hard time, I wasn't. I was able to fully support her in all the ways. I support her, and I was able to pick up the slack of keeping the motivation up and everything else. And hey, let's go for a walk because you need it. You need a break or whatever. When I was going through a hard time, she wasn't. So she picked up the slack. Yeah. She's like, hey, have you done this yet today? It's really good for your mental health, and you know you need a break. So this year, we both got hit with hard times at the same time. And so
my bone agrees.
Not only were we not able to do that for ourselves. We weren't able to pick up the slack for the other person. So there was a major breakdown there. So when it came to exercise, she's better than I am at exercising without me. I'm
not great at it.
No, I most of the time will not exercise without her. And that's the problem. Like, I cannot rely on her to be my sole motivation to exercise.
So the fix to that is that there has to be at some point, the buddy system is great, but at some point there has to be something that you says, I'm going to exercise regardless of if Hannah can be there or not. Also, if you as a buddy system have started doing something like Hannah loves kayaking. I like kayaking every now and then, but not like Hannah likes it.
Which I didn't like at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
She introduced me to it. I just like it more.
I mean, I like it, but I'm just not, But if I am kayaking 4 days a week because Hannah wants to kayak and Hannah all of a sudden can't kayak, I'm not going to go kayaking on my own. It's not something I enjoy. Luckily, we both do like walking.
Yes.
But if you don't get started on something, and if you do, then while you're doing it that with your partner, like, what would I be doing if my partner can't be there?
Yeah.
What am I going to do instead? Like, I have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for yourself. You have to think, am I in this for myself? Am I going to be able to do this regardless of if this person is here or not? And we've both had to find that.
Yeah.
So
for her, she does bike riding. I have a weight machine at home, which I really should use.
Oh, yeah. And you like weights.
Which would be great if I use them. But those are things that we have different. So accountability or an exercise partner is great. But have things that you will do on your own and be motivated.
You've got to find those and find them from the beginning if you can.
Yeah.
So the second one was actively seeking WW content. Now, I'm not sure what went wrong here because I still do enjoy WW content. The problem is we know a lot about WW. We know all of the top 10 favorite foods, like all of that stuff.
The recipes
are similar. And I think that maybe we got a little bit bored with that, which is funny considering we're WW YouTubers, but
that may have been part of the thing too, because I don't want to remake someone else's content.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things there.
I think the other thing is we found our favorites. And then we stopped looking for new ones.
And there are a ton of new ones.
We had a lot of favorites. And then
we have found a lot of new ones lately.
Yeah. Well, you have. I haven't, because I haven't been actively seeking new content.
Well, we are going to start doing that.
The other breakdown. Yes, I know.
Okay.
The other breakdown for me, if you want to know how YouTube changed my life, let me know. What in the world? The other breakdown for me, though, was when I was looking for WW content, I needed a change. And I needed something outside of my current life. And I still look to YouTube as something outside of my current life, which WW, or healthy, is now my life.
Yeah, now you're living it. So it's not exactly.
I am now meal planning and grocery shopping and grocery hauls and da-da-da-da-da. That's what I do every day. So that's not necessarily going to be a de-stressor for me. So now it's true crime. Heaven help us if true crime becomes my real life. We're not going there. But that's the thing.
Sorry,
okay,
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you did.
The third one was food planning and shopping, like meal planning. So
together.
Together. Again, I think the thing is we found our favorite foods. We still eat those on a regular. We have not gotten off of WW. Do not get that idea because we are very much hardcore. Like, we track, we eat the foods, we do all the things.
Another water.
And so I'd offer you mine, but I've been coughing.
Yes,
so, but I think we got a little bit bored with just we have our foods, maybe there's not too much new out there, even though there's things that we could try. My goodness, there is. But also we weren't together.
Yeah.
And when we were together, we made it fun. So when we're by ourselves, we're just like shopping to survive when we have to shop for our families and we're not focused on that. And it's just like, okay. And by the way, our Walmart is going through a remodel and Aldi's I haven't even been to Aldi's because I haven't had time. I love Aldi's. I haven't had time to go.
I know too.
All of my shopping has been at Walmart because that's where the prescriptions are and I have to pick up prescriptions a lot. So it's just get in,
get the stuff and get out because it's too much.
And we relied
So,
on each other to like make
we
that
really
a
did.
fun thing. And so we've got to, there's just certain things that like are great when you have a buddy, but they have to be kind of in you as well. Like
Yeah.
I need to be, for myself, I need to have the desire to go out and seek those new foods or try new things or whatever without Hannah saying, hey, let's go and do a scan party. You know, like it's just, you
Which
know.
are fun. If you
Yeah,
guys
they
haven't
are.
done
Like,
a scan
it
party,
is. Just
do a
go
scan party.
and scan all. You'd be surprised what you can find. And so then number
Whatever, 4.
four
Yeah.
is this one.
Same goals.
That's a big one.
So when we started this, we were both in needing to lose extreme amount of weights. Now that's a different weight number because my extreme amount of weight is in the hundreds.
Not only do we have to do that,
Hers
but we
was
had
more.
we needed to get our sugar down,
Yeah.
cholesterols, all of those kinds of things. Like there was other numbers that we also needed
Yeah.
to make sure that we're
So
Okay.
we needed to stop drinking soda. We needed to stop eating junk. We had the same goals, and we were in the same place with those goals within reason. We are not in the same place right now, and we don't have the same goals. Like there are times when I'm struggling with sugar and she's not, and water is not an issue
vice
anymore.
versa. Yeah.
Um,
Hannah often knows better than I do in water most times.
That's just because I drink more than you do. You're just go, 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 and I'm sitting at a desk drinking water all day.
I wonder which one's better. I don't know. Probably the water.
You get your steps, I get the
Yeah.
water. We need to balance. But, we had the same goals, and we made it a point every week to focus on the same goals. Now, her exercise goal is a lot higher than mine. Mine is less. I still need to lose a lot more weight. She needs to lose a little bit more weight if she wants to. I don't personally think she does, but she's more toning and things like that. So we don't have the same goals, and that can be difficult. Now we can still focus on the same things,
Yeah.
but we haven't tried to do that. Like focusing on protein would help me lose more weight and would help you tone.
Yep. And Hannah's way better at protein than I am.
But we just the second realized that we could still focus on
Like, oh,
protein,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh
We
yeah,
can.
we could still do the same goals. We
maybe
just
the
haven't.
system hasn't completely broken down.
No, but we have. We're broken people. Number
Relationship, number 5.
relationship. Our relationship is still good. Let's not get
We
it
go
twisted.
friends.
We are very good friends, and we still support each other, and we are still there for each other. But
This is the part of the buddy system that still pretty much works for us.
this is the part that has not failed us.
Those conversations we mentioned in part
Yeah.
1, those are very, very motivating. When you can have a deep, heartfelt conversation about what is mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever bothering you, how you want to do better, like you can leave those conversations feeling so inspired and motivated, and that works. And those conversations don't have to be in person.
No.
Um,
And the thing about that is, too, if you have those real conversations with your friend can then help encourage you. They know what you need help with.
yeah.
Now, some of the breakdown may be that because we both have had very hard times lately,
Mm-hmm.
there are update videos if you want them that don't go anywhere near into full detail.
Yeah.
I sat down the other day and I went I have a major anxiety around a certain situation because this time, and this time. And she's like, you think a lot because
She tracks all of her thoughts.
I track all my thoughts.
Where
I don't
did this
track all my
emotion
food.
come from? It's
Um,
probably a really healthy thing to do.
I have to, because if I don't track if I don't identify where the emotion came from, I will
Makes sense.
emotionally eat. Thus the second and third, fourth chin.
Shut up. You are not allowed to say that.
I am too. So the relationship part has not broken down.
But there was another part
never
of that
failed.
that we mentioned about seeing results and encouraging each other
that's
as
what-
part of that relationship.
that's
At the very
part.
beginning, we had lost so much weight and things were like drastically different. So we were constantly seeing changes in each other. Now, we mentioned before, we still do see changes. Like we're like, okay, I see that she looks different, or she can do this for longer, or whatever else. It's just we don't appreciate those changes as much. For instance, we had a girls' day yesterday, and I didn't even think until right now before we made this video about how Hannah didn't sit. And I don't think about that ever, because when Hannah and I used to shop together 4 years ago, Hannah would sit in, and that was fine. It was just a normal. Like, I didn't think anything of it then, but it was just normal. Like, she would get tired and sit a lot. And so now she doesn't do that anymore. So I'm not like saying, oh my gosh, Hannah, you did such a great job. Like, I'm not encouraging her that way, because now it's just normal that she doesn't sit. She keeps going, and she's more active. And so we don't like remember all the time where we've come from.
And that's the thing. I did sit twice yesterday. It was funny. At the end of the day, we were trying to figure out, I'm not editing it out.
I'm not sick, so.
She lost her voice, and talking is straining.
Yeah, it makes me cough. I'm not sick.
I'm not sick. She's got 6 kids. There's some yelling that happens.
I yell all the time.
Just to get attention, because there's 6 kids to talk over each other. No, I did sit twice yesterday. At the end of the day, we were trying to figure out why she was at step goal and I wasn't. It's like we did the same steps today. I'm like, oh wait, I sat in the car for one store so the girls could play.
Yeah, that wasn't even because you were tired.
No.
She wanted to switch her purse out.
Yeah.
To her new purse.
And I sat at the mall for a little bit because we had 2 little girls.
She had the girls again. And I'm
there
shopping.
Was a play place, and her and the other daughter were shopping. So I'm like, I'll just sit here with the girls. It wasn't because I wanted to sit.
Yeah.
It was just what needed to happen for the day. And it's like, oh, well, that would have been different before. So it's not that we don't see the results.
We don't focus on those things.
We forget. Like, it is not it's normal.
Yeah.
So I think that, and that's a blessing and a curse sometimes, because it's a really great thing that water intake is normal. It's a really great thing that I can walk all the stores and do all the things. That it's normal for us to go for a walk after church, that it's normal for us to eat healthy food, that it's normal for us to wear a size smaller clothing or whatever it may be. But we still need to take the time to remind each other where we came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where we haven't been doing the best. We still do it, just not as often. And now it's more like we'll be mid struggle, and it's like, but remember,
yeah,
and then it's like, oh yeah, but it takes us longer to get to that.
Well,
that
we're
point.
at 4 years, so we're about to be at 4 years of doing this, and so we're the people that we are now. We are very active people. We are very health minded people, and so it is weird sometimes to think that I was a person who would sit and watch Netflix and drink and eat pickle dip and drink soda.
I would drink
120,
200 ounces of Dr. Pepper in a day.
We're not those people, so it's just strange to think about that. Like, I don't know.
Your kids don't even know me as that person.
No, and half of my kids don't know me as that person either. So that's great.
So, like,
my oldest son sometimes says he misses the fat mom that just let him do whatever he wanted to eat whatever he wanted to. I don't remember it that way. But
he doesn't even mean that. He
doesn't.
He loves all the stuff that they do. He just doesn't like when we make him do it. So, have we fixed our hair enough in this? There we go.
This is so late night for me.
This should be the thumbnail. Our hair like this with the buddy system. Okay. Oh man,
that's it, guys.
That's it. So
it hasn't failed completely, but it's definitely broken down quite a bit.
The buddy system. Here's what it all boils down to: the big reveal, the breakdown in the system. The buddy system only fails when you solely rely on the buddy system.
Yep. You got to find it for yourself.
You really do.
I mean, I started this for Hannah, and that's probably where we started to go wrong. Was I started this for Hannah, Hannah started this for me, and it worked. It did. It worked. Mm-hmm. And it worked for us longer than most people probably.
Yeah, it's not the traditional thing. That's not gonna. I don't recommend that for most people.
No.
If you need motivation and you can find that in doing it for and with a friend, that's great. But that can't be the only thing.
We're 4 years into this, and we're just within a few months realizing how much we relied on it. So like we are trying to adjust and readjust, because I mean, Hannah and I will be friends forever. She's like, she is my sister. But you know, if she, for some reason, if she wasn't in my life, like I have to have this for myself.
And it wasn't 4 years that it took us to realize that we were also doing this for ourselves. Like, it was a couple months in when we started realizing, when we started
Yes, like,
seeing
this
results
works
for
for us.
ourselves.
It's just
We're
we
like,
still
"This
relied
makes
on
sense."
each other heavily.
But that's the breakdown, is we relied on each other too much and for too long.
Yeah.
So the buddy system only fails when that is your only way of doing it, because your buddy, things are going to happen. Life is going to happen. And
Your buddy may not always be there.
don't say that. That'll make me cry.
No, I mean just because you have other things going on. And not because you're like dead or anything.
But maybe.
I'll watch this video and
Yeah, we're gonna regret half the things we said here, but that's okay. We're not editing it.
No, we're not. This is who we are. That's it.
Yeah,
We're stopping.
Like this video if you liked it. Let us know. We're
Yeah.
Subscribe if you haven't, because we are trying to grow this channel. We are trying to do more. I wanted to start this channel with Jen because bestie, but because there wasn't 500-pound YouTubers when I started this weight loss. I was looking for it. So subscribe if you haven't. Share it with somebody. Share it with a buddy. Be a good buddy.
Yeah.
Share it with a buddy. And turn on the bell notification so you know when we upload, because we don't have a set schedule.
Because we don't know when we upload, by golly.
We're working on it. We are working
to the
on
almighty.
it. But we will see you next time, whenever that may be.
Bye-bye.
Bye.